Greetings, beloved light warriors. It's Saratoga, and this is your weekly focus card reading for the week beginning July 26th through August the 1st, 2021. And if you are new to my channel, you should know that I do this every Sunday so we can reset our focus and our energy for the coming week ahead. And then I do my on-camera videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay, let's get into this week's reading. This is a wonderful card. It's very lighthearted. As you can see, it says happiness. I love this image because it feels so light and so free. And I've actually been feeling that a lot lately, that it's really important for us to start to lighten up, lighten our energy and our consciousness from the heaviness of what's been happening in the world for over a year and a half now. It's just been really, really difficult and intense. And I know the circumstances wherever you live in the world are different. You know, some places a little better, some places it's worse, but we're all affected by it, all of us together, because we're all going through this experience on a planetary level. So I want to bring your attention to the dolphins on this card. These dolphins, you know, the thing about dolphins, I always feel like dolphins are like inviting us into something. There's something about a dolphin's face is so beautiful. It's so full of peace. I mean, dolphins always look like they're smiling, right? And I feel dolphins make me feel like I'm being invited into their realm, invited into something more beautiful, more magical, more divine. And that's what I feel from this card. Like, these dolphins are inviting us to a much higher place of consciousness, a much higher experience of our existence on this earth. And then you see in the card, in the top left corner, you can see an image of the sun. And the sun symbolizes this beautiful, radiant light. And you know, you can put any kind of symbolic meaning on the sun that you want, in terms of, you could say it's the light that is at the center of our solar system, but you could also say it symbolizes the light that is at the center of who we are, the light that is behind all of creation, that nourishes and nurtures and grows and evolves creation itself. So everything in this image is so incredibly positive. And I really feel that we're being invited into a new realm of happiness, a new realm of joy, a new realm of a higher vibration of experience. And the other thing I want to mention is, as you can see, these dolphins are in the ocean. This big ocean wave appears to be coming up, but they're not even affected by that wave. And the water could symbolize emotions. It could also symbolize circumstances on the planet, like that's a pretty big wave they're jumping out of, but they're not affected by it. So I want to look at this from the perspective of just coming circumstances, and just the turmoil and the strain and just the craziness that's happening on this earth right now. So, and we get waves of it, right? We get waves of weird experiences, waves of strange orders and regulations and rules and lockdowns and all of that. It almost seems to come in waves, this negativity, right? So it's kind of like you can see that the wave, this giant wave in this picture, is very, I don't know, I guess you could say it's pastel. It's kind of like diffused. And the dolphins are not at all affected by it. They're just leaping through it with joy and happiness. They're at a higher vibration, a higher level. So that wave is not impacting them in a negative way at all. So it could be that you could say these dolphins are inviting us into their realm of existence, where they could be saying, you can come to a higher vibration, a higher state of consciousness, a more joyful place where you are in the light. And these waves of turmoil, these waves of difficulty that keep engulfing various parts of our planet, don't have to affect your happiness. So overall, this is really, I think, a message to seek happiness now. Now is the time to seek happiness in your life. And this is so important because we are so inundated with negativity through the media, through social media, through probably even maybe conversations you might be having with other people. There's so much negativity in the world. There's so much heaviness. There's so much a feeling of so many people feeling hopeless and confused and unconscious and all of that. So I think the message from this card is saying, you know what? You can still seek happiness. You can be like these dolphins that are unaffected by this wave, that are just leaping through it like it's nothing for them. And they're in the light, they're in the sunshine, they're in the fresh air of that beautiful blue sky. So it's a simple message, but it's a very direct message. Seek happiness now. That's what I keep getting the feeling that this is really about. It's time to seek happiness now. Now, another thing I want to mention about this, the thing about happiness is so often I think we have a habit of waiting for happiness to come to us, or waiting for circumstances to unfold in such a way that they make us happy. Or we make happiness very conditional. For example, we might say, well, if only this would happen, then I could be happy. Or if only, this miracle could occur, then I could be happy. But like I said, I keep getting the message, seek happiness now, meaning in the moment of now, right now. Discover, how can I be happy right now? How can I be grateful and joyful just to be alive? Just to have an opportunity to create my life. Because you know what, you guys? No matter what's going on in the craziness in this world, we always have ownership of our ability to create our own lives. And that is a beautiful opportunity for a creator, which is who we are. We're creators, right? I also want to mention that dolphins really represent playfulness and a sense of humor. And I think a sense of humor is so important, and we don't want to lose that. It's hard to keep your sense of humor, I know, when all you ever hear is bad news and weird stuff happening and, all the stuff that we keep getting dumped on us really by the media, right? It's hard to have a sense of humor when things are so incredibly serious. But a sense of humor will raise your vibration every time. There's no question about it. It actually clears your energy. Laughter will clear your energy. You know that old saying, laughter is the best medicine? There's really something to that, okay? A willingness to have fun, a willingness to feel joy, a willingness to laugh and have a sense of humor is a very high vibrational experience. It means you're open to happiness. It means you're open to lightness of being. So I really see this card as an invitation. It's an invitation and a message. It's inviting us to seek happiness now. Dolphins also really represent peace. They have, their faces are so amazing. They're so peaceful. You look at a dolphin's face and you just feel they just exude peace, right? So the dolphin, the presence of the dolphin itself is saying, when you come to this higher vibrational state of lightness and happiness and strength and, the ability to rise above the chaos, you're going to experience peace. You absolutely will experience peace. When you find happiness in the moment, you will experience peace. The other thing I wanted to say, dolphins are also known to be extremely intelligent, right? So it's also a message that's saying the intelligent thing to do is to seek happiness now. That is the intelligent thing to do under these circumstances. Now, I know that could sound a little bit counterintuitive, right? When everything's collapsing around us, everything's so messed up, you could say, well, how can seeking happiness in this situation be an intelligent thing to do? Well, let me explain. Here's why. Because in order to seek happiness, you have to put yourself on a much higher path, right? You have to put yourself on an evolutionary path, certainly a path of ascension. We don't even have to call it ascension. We can just say, a path of higher consciousness, a transcendent path, a path that is transformational. See, that's the thing. To seek happiness in this environment, you literally have to raise your vibration and you have to expand your consciousness and you have to live from a much higher place in reality. So everything about this card is so beautiful and incredibly positive. And I just want to mention one more thing about the sun in the corner of this card. It's kind of like saying, you know, that light is always with you. Just like here on earth, we know the sun is always with us, right? We don't question, are we going to wake up tomorrow and see the sun? I sure hope the sun is there tomorrow when we wake up. I sure hope the sun is there next week. No, we don't say that because we know that the sun is always there. So we don't have to question it. So the message here is that light, that high vibrational light, that light that exists behind all things, that light that sustains the universe and all of life, is a constant. That high vibrational light is a constant in your experience if you tap into it, if you seek it out, if you look for it. So I would also add that there's a feeling of freedom. Look at how free these dolphins look. So they basically, let's just sort of consolidate the message in its simplest form. It's basically talking about alignment of your consciousness. It's like the dolphins are inviting us, come with us, come to our realm, come to that high vibrational state. Align your consciousness at that level, at that frequency, at that arena of thought, that arena of perception that is transcendent of the waves of turmoil. And you will just go through them like they're vapor, because that's what this looks like, right? I mean, that wave looks like it could be made out of vapor as easily as those dolphins are jumping through it. So overall, an extremely positive message, a very beautiful invitation. It's a wonderful, wonderful message if you've been going through any kind of feelings of hopelessness or despair, because it's like a doorway, right? You could look at this card as a doorway, and the dolphins are inviting us through this doorway, saying, you don't have to feel fear, you don't have to feel despair, you don't have to feel all of those, anxiety and stress and turmoil. You can come through this doorway into a higher realm. You can follow us. We're inviting you in. And we're inviting you to this much more joyful, more beautiful, more wonderful experience of happiness that we can all have right here and now on this planet. Okay, so I think that's an absolutely beautiful message for this week. I love this message. It is just wonderful. And I hope it has inspired you all. I hope it has given you a renewed sense of hope and feelings that you yourself can be renewed, that your life can be renewed. And just take advantage of the moment and seeking that happiness in the ever-present moment of now. Because I want to mention one other thing. Happiness is always experienced in the now. Always. It's never like, in the future I'll be happy, because the future isn't here. What's here is now. Everything that we experience now. So if you want to seek happiness, if you want to feel happy, look for that experience in the now, right now, because it's here, it's available to you. It can happen at any moment, in any way, at any time. Okay, so with that, I am sending you all so much love. I'm wishing you an awesome week ahead. And I very much look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Namaste.